Streaming on clickorlando.com. You're watching News 6 at 10.
We absolutely can't do anything that we need to do. We are completely restricted as to get out to the outside world.
Now on News 6, a local town cut off from the internet, not for hours, but for days. How this put public safety at risk. 2 school districts, 2 arrests, and 2 scandals. In one, a staff member accused of kicking a teen with Down syndrome. The other has left a father feeling betrayed.
Shook hands with me, acted like he was my friend, acted like he was my wife's friend. And then here he is grooming my daughter, trying to get into her pants.
Why a local high school football coach will be shipped to South Florida to face serious charges now.
I took the fire extinguisher and banged it a few times and pulled the eldest son out.
You helped save their lives.
Well, I think we were just at the right place at the right time.
When an apartment caught fire, that neighbor jumped into action. How the family helped rescue faces a long road to recovery. But we start at 10 tonight with daycare workers accused of abusing children. Good evening to you. I'm Eric Von Aken. So glad you're with us tonight. Rockledge police announced the arrest this evening following investigation into the Gingerbread Manor daycare that's on Eyster Boulevard, right off South Fisk Boulevard. We're also hearing from the families who say their children are victims. News 6's Troy Campbell is in Rockledge, where police fear there may be more victims.
So far, Rockledge police say they've arrested 3 employees here from the Gingerbread Manor daycare facility. We spoke to an attorney who says they represent 2 families who have children that were abused here, and now they're calling on justice. Rockledge police announcing the arrest at the daycare along Eyster Boulevard came after a joint investigation with the Department of Children and Families. They've charged Stacy Jackson and Nativia King with 3 counts of child abuse and tampering with a witness. A third worker, Kia Walker, faces just 1 count of child abuse and tampering with a witness. Attorney Bryn Brito tells News 6 her firm represents 2 families who claim their children were harmed at the Gingerbread Manor. Their statement reads in part, "This daycare did not safeguard our children. It abused them, betrayed their families, and shattered the trust of our community. We will not be silent. We will pursue justice relentlessly for the children and parents affected, and will ensure that those responsible are brought to justice and never allowed near children again." News 6 has also learned DCF sees surveillance camera footage from inside the facility as evidence of what happened. And again, detectives say their investigation is still open and ongoing, and they're looking for any other victims, and they're asking for them to come forward. In Rockledge, Troy Campbell, News 6.
Another big story tonight is the weather. Just hang in there. After one more night, chilly things are about to warm up, or chilliness is about to go away. Let's get right over to meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. It's coming, Jonathan.
Yeah, we're actually in that process as we speak. Already about 10 degrees warmer than where we were last night at this time. Certainly still cool, but we've broken out of the chill. Seasonably cool weather again coming our way tonight. About 10 degrees warmer in DeLand, 11 degrees warmer in the Villages. That puts our temperatures now back in the lower 50s in Orlando, back to the upper 40s in Ocala. The thing is, it is still a little breezy outside. That's making it feel a little bit cooler than it actually is. We do have one more front to get through. This crosses Saturday night into Sunday morning, so it'll be a little cooler when you wake up on Sunday. Certainly not comparable to anything that we felt recently. However, beyond Sunday, then the big warm-up comes away. We're going to pinpoint that part of your forecast at about 10:19, Eric.
And we will see you then. Thank you, sir. New at 10, lives at risk and public safety basically at a halt for 4 days in the small town of Astatula, all due to a widespread internet outage. Your Lake County community correspondent Ashley Garrett has been digging into the seriousness of this disruption. Ashley is joining us now with a big update only on News 6 from the town's mayor and the internet provider, Ashley.
Yeah, Eric, what you see behind me is that Facebook post that Mayor Zane Teeters Jr. of Astatula posted to alert the town the internet is down. His message reads, quote, "Public service announcement. Phone and internet currently out of order at Town Hall." His message also goes on to read, "We are working on a solution to the outage, finally coming Friday evening, but after 4 days of no essential internet service."
Our administrative offices are completely down. We have no email, no internet, and our phone system in the entire department and administrative offices offline.
Friday, Mayor Zane Teeters Jr. of Astatula frustrated. He says the town's internet service provided by Optical Fiber Now was down. Since Tuesday, you've been dealing with this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days now?
Yes, ma'am.
Policemen in the dark.
Well, our public safety, we don't have any internet for our police officers to run background checks or do anything when they do make a stop.
But there's still a town to serve and protect. So how does one do so with no internet?
I'm currently using my own personal hotspot to do some limited work that I can do on my laptop. And occasionally I'll get a phone call from citizens that have my personal phone number to find out what's going on and to get action.
And how successful have you been using your own resources?
Not very successful because we absolutely can't do anything that we need to do. We are completely restricted as to get out to the outside world.
Friday evening, a glimmer of hope.
Internet's back up. It is? Yeah, well.
It is up and working, but is temporary until the repairs are made, end quote. Meantime, the internet provider Fiber Now says in part on Friday, quote, the internet service has now been fully restored. Fiber Now also says, quote, the interruption was caused by construction activity performed by another telecommunications provider in the area, end quote. Fiber Now adds they worked with that provider, quote, to complete the necessary repairs and restore service, end quote. And in texting with the mayor tonight, he shares for now, police are back to being able to do background checks so they have a better idea of what to expect when they approach folks out in the field. And moving forward, the mayor says he is considering other internet providers, saying the time down is much too costly a price when it comes to saving a life. In the studio and covering Lake County, Ashley Garrett.
Incredibly disruptive in this day and age, Ashley. Thank you. Good story. Another big story tonight. 2 school employees arrested in 2 local counties, starting with child abuse charges against a paraprofessional. Investigators say he kicked a student with Down syndrome. That case is playing out in Seabreeze High in Volusia County. In that case, police say the student was triggered and ran off when a favorite teacher was not at the school. At some point, detectives say that this man, Dontel Wright, kicked the student. Afterwards, the 17-year-old ran and hid under the gym bleachers. Wright's also accused of violently grabbing that teen out from under the bleachers. And this is not the first time he's accused of getting physical with a student. Wright's personnel file shows he got a letter of caution in 2021 after he was accused of striking a special needs student. Then, last April, Wright was reprimanded and underwent training after a shoving incident. In Lake County, Mount Dora's high school football coach is out of a job and in jail, arrested in Seminole County after being accused of improper communications with a 15-year-old girl in South Florida. News 6's Mike Valente was there as the Colby Erskine faced the judge.
This is an out-of-county warrant out of Broward County.
Colby Erskine staying silent Friday as he chose to waive the reading of his charges.
And the authorities from Broward County will come and get him in a few days, okay?
Erskine landed at the jail behind me after sheriff's deputies served him a warrant Thursday in Sanford. The warrant from Broward County.
Leave your hands behind your back?
Yep. Okay. I got a call from my wife saying that there's a situation with our daughter.
Yaniv Rosenberg telling our partners at WPLG that his family is at the center of this, claiming Erskine groomed his 15-year-old daughter, eventually sending explicit texts and photos to her using vanishing mode.
And I said, who? And she said, Kobe, my math teacher. I said, the head football coach of South Plantation? She goes, yeah. I said, that mother.
We looked into Erskine's connections to Broward County, and a school district spokesperson there tells us that Erskine was a substitute teacher for the district from 2014 to 2016, and then again in 2022. That same year, he became a math teacher at South Plantation High before a, quote, separation of employment in 2024. And as you heard Rosenberg say there, Erskine was also the head football coach of South Plantation High, even coaching Rosenberg's son.
Shook hands with me, acted like he was my friend, acted like he was my wife's friend. And then here he is grooming my daughter, trying to get into her pants.
Back here at the jail, Erskine is being held on no bond, and authorities from Broward County are expected in the next few days to come and pick him up. Now, this is a Plantation Police Department case, and so far that agency has not released much in terms of details about the allegations. I'm News 6's Mike Valenti reporting outside the Seminole County Jail. Back to you.
From a police officer suing over a canine bite to a big Black History Month frustration for your university students, Ginger Gadsden is here with other stories making headlines in Central Florida and beyond.
How can you mark Black History Month without using the word black? That's what students at one local historically Black university say they are up against right now, thanks to a state ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at public colleges. One student leader told News 6's Tylisa Hampton how it makes her job especially challenging in February at the FAMU Law School.
What were some of those words that you were having pushback on?
So it was black was one of them, affirmative action I heard about, and then women as well.
It's those words Aaliyah Stewart in her final year at Florida A&M College of Law says she was told couldn't be broadcast or published as she makes flyers for her organization, Black Law Student Association.
We couldn't use the word black in Black History Month. We needed to abbreviate it.
I took those concerns to the university. They replied with this statement.
In part saying Florida A&M University has consistently been in full compliance with Senate Bill 266 and Board of Governors Regulation 9.016. We support and have implemented the policy direction established by the governor, the legislator, and the Board of Governors as it relates to DEI and consistent with related federal court rulings.
I just don't want us to be censored this way. I mean, not being able to use the word black, women, it's very frustrating.
For students like Aaliyah, the effect of the law's application is chilling.
Because we're just trying to promote, the core mission statement that our school has is to promote diversity and inclusion for everybody, so it's very frustrating.
And I did reach out to the university again to detail what exactly could not be said, but I'm still waiting to hear back on that. Now, Aaliyah did say that they're still waiting on a Black History Month flyer to get approved. She says she chose not to abbreviate that one, but she has not heard back from campus officials yet. Reporting for News 6, I'm Tylisa Hampton.
A new lawsuit in the Panhandle claims a Tallahassee Police Department canine bit the wrong guy during a police chase. It just so happens that wrong guy was a Florida State police officer.
Stop, please! Stop! Ow! 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 Get him out! 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 Get him out!
Now, the attorney for the bitten officer says he now has nerve damage, multiple deep cuts, and bite wounds. He's now suing Tallahassee police. The officer's lawyer says he doesn't blame the dog, but he believes the dogs are not properly trained or taken care of. The handler told the bitten officer he got in front of the dog, and the lawyer said if that's all it takes to have the wrong person get bitten, maybe the dog shouldn't be released in those situations. Tallahassee police and the city denied responsibility. Well, for a daily conversational look at breaking news and stories shaping up around Central Florida, join us for News 6 at 3 o'clock. Matt Austin and I are there live every weekday, and we certainly hope you'll join us.
An apartment catches fire with a family inside.
Call 911! Get the kids!
Suddenly, I hear my son yelling, "Help! Help me!"
How a neighbor smashed a window and likely prevented a tragedy. You're watching News 6 at 10 live on a Friday night, covering Fruitland Park in the Atlantic and all of Central Florida.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Central Florida Honda Dealers.
Now on News 6, trapped inside with nowhere to escape from the smoke. A family woke up in the middle of the night this week when a fire started spreading through their apartment. Neighbors helped rescue a 16-year-old and his mother through a window. That's the window they showed us. Your Seminole County community correspondent Catherine Silver tells their story tonight through security camera videos and eyewitness accounts.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this apartment off Cimarron is on fire with a family inside. The view from the front door shows two young boys escaping as the emergency unfolds. Every second, the smoke building.
So I grabbed my two youngest, my 7-year-old and my 13. I'm thinking my 16-year-old is behind me because I had yelled out for everybody to get up, and there's so much smoke I could barely see anything.
Andre Rosa recounted the moment he realized his oldest son was missing.
Suddenly, I hear my son yelling, "Help! Help me!"
And how he and his wife tried everything to reach him.
And I also didn't realize that my wife had ran back inside to get him, so she was trapped as well.
On Friday, we met Rosa outside ORMC, where his wife Asia is still in a coma days later. His 16-year-old Aiden has woken up, but has a long road ahead.
We're displaced, our home's destroyed, all our stuff is gone. I haven't left the hospital at all. Been staying here every night by her side.
Rosa remembers seeing the fire first by the AC unit. Help came quickly from the building next door.
There was just smoke coming out from all of the, vents and windows and everything.
Where Jonathan Mitchell and Christine Mallon live.
I took the fire extinguisher and banged it a few times and pulled the eldest son out, and then we pulled the mom out.
So you just smashed this window.
Yeah, I smashed this window here.
And yet you still see glass.
Yes.
On the ground, you still smell smoke.
Days later, and they still can't stop thinking about it.
You helped save their lives.
Well, I think we were just at the right place at the right time.
In Seminole County, Catherine Silver, News 6.
For sure. Meteorologist Jonathan Kagas back with us. It is now on the upswing, Jonathan?
It is. From this point on, we are going up for the most part anyway. Just a one little teeny tiny hiccup on Sunday morning. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get into that in just 1 second. 51 in Palm Coast. We're at 50 degrees in Groveland. Certainly the warmest that we've been at this hour in quite some time. We'll tumble a few more degrees. The breeze is still elevated out there, and that's keeping things a little cooler, at least making it feel that way. Air temperatures when you wake up tomorrow morning, no 30s on the map for quite some time. 48 in Orlando, 47 in Mount Dora, Denellen, we're back to 45. So you can officially remove all of the sheets, all of the coverings. We are good to go from this point on. Even the little chill that sneaks in here early Sunday morning should not cause a freeze. We're at 48 by 7 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, we're at 62 by 10. Warming back up to right around 70 degrees. We'll keep things into the upper 60s again, still by 4 o'clock. You might want the light jacket tomorrow evening, but still, again, it's going to be warmer than where we've been. Daytona Beach, live look, nice and quiet, still a touch breezy every now and then. We're back to the lower 50s under a clear sky. The breeze out of the southwest, it's at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. So we are still having that breeze. We're going to keep that breeze overnight, gusting still at this hour to 26 miles per hour. In Cocoa Beach and at the Cape, about a 17-mile-per-hour gust just reported for us in Leesburg tonight. The breeze does stay with us at least for the first half of tomorrow, gusting to around 20 still by 9 o'clock in the morning, and then gradually tapering back off again. This is as another cold front approaches. Temperatures tomorrow back to around 70 in Orlando, 68 in Wildwood, rain chances at 0%. As sunshine will dominate across Central Florida again tomorrow. Now, I mentioned the one little teeny tiny hiccup. Here it is. We'll drop from the upper 60s back into the upper 30s and lower 40s. That's going to be on Sunday morning. Still not going to qualify as a freeze for anybody in Central Florida. Temperatures then rebound to around 70 on Sunday, lower 70s on Monday. And then there's that upswing that continues at least until we get to the end of the work week. Back to the upper 70s on Wednesday, right around 80 degrees on Thursday, staying in the mid 70s on Friday. We'll be right back.
You can find pelicans all up and down the Florida coast, but despite their numbers, there's still a lot scientists don't know about them. I'm Paul Giorgio at Sebastian Inlet State Park, where a new study is underway using citizen scientists to help collect data.
We're at Sebastian Inlet State Park. It's in the southern part of Brevard County. The water is so beautiful.
At Sebastian Inlet State Park, you'll find two things:
Lots of people fishing.
fishermen and pelicans. They're both looking for a nice catch.
You can see the line hanging from them.
And that's the problem.
There's a long piece of fishing line hanging out, and there's a hook on the chest.
Megan Stolen has a bird's eye view.
Yeah, I just got these for Christmas. I'm super excited about them.
She's a volunteer spotter for a new study in partnership
You're a cutie pie.
with the Florida Wildlife Hospital. You love these birds.
I love these birds. I love these birds.
The goal is to monitor pelican behavior and maybe even change it.
We're trying to figure out if we could break that cycle.
You don't have to look very hard to find plenty of this out on the rocks. It's fishing line, and there's a lot of it. It's those interactions with humans and our waste that cause most of the problems.
So this is the fish cleaning station, and they tend to come around this little area looking for handouts.
Fish bones scratch and damage the bird's throat and stomach. Fishing line, broken off and discarded, can entangle them.
This is our seabird enclosure. It's a pre-release enclosure.
The lucky ones end up here at the Florida Wildlife Hospital.
It's hard to know with wildlife rehab, are we really making a difference? Are we really helping these animals? Or are we just putting them right back out in danger again?
That's the question Tracy Frampton has wrestled with for years. Now a new tagging program may provide some answers.
We hope to learn if they are repeat customers. If they are, is there something we can do to prevent that? And if we do release them in another location, do they stay away from where they got harmed?
Now when a pelican comes in for treatment, it will get one of these, a tracking band. Some will be released back where they were found. Others will go to another location.
AU8 is still there.
Volunteers like Stolen will be there to document their moves.
That's kind of my analogy is these are juvenile kids that have learned bad habits, and now they need to make some new friends and grow up a little bit and, you know, make better choices.
You're the pelican mom.
Maybe auntie, I don't know, coach. I'm just like, come on, you guys, like, find your own food, stay away from humans, and you'll have a better life.
At Sebastian Inlet State Park, Paul Giorgio, News 6.
Couple of cool nights, still cool, not frigid by any means, and then that big warm-up comes as we make the corner, turn the corner from Sunday and beyond.
Cool's better than frigid.
That's right.
And warm's better than cool. Maybe.
I think so.
See you 11.